And to this first in a series of WordPress tutorials that I hope will help you kind of get up to speed on WordPress and also help you navigate the class website, because what I'm going to show you is how to construct a site very similar to the one that we're using in class. So when you get your WordPress account, you'll come to a page kind of like this. You obviously won't have any blogs yet to look up, but what you can do is go over here to create another blog, and that will get the whole process started for you. So we'll do that. And here in this box you can put in your blog address. So I will do that, and I'll just use something simple like Dwight Brady blog 1 and see how that goes. And I'll also maybe want to give it a name right here, and I'll call this the Brady blog. And it'll also ask you if you want to spend $18 a year on this, and of course you'll say no thanks, I will use this for free. And that's about all you have to do. Unless it tells you that it's not available, assume that it is available and just click no thanks. So we'll do that, and it'll ask you, do you want this viewable by everyone? Well, I suppose you could, but I'm going to block it to search engines because I'm still in the process of I'm just going to be fooling around with this particular website anyway. So, but if it was a real website that you wanted to get some attention to, obviously you would want the search engines to be able to find it. So for now, though, I'll get down here to actually activate it. You do have to hit Create Blog. Obviously, you do not want to spend $99 or $299 for that matter. You want free. So click that, and that will get the whole process started here. And it has informed me that Dwight Brady blog 1 WordPress.com is mine. So with that, I can go ahead and go to the dashboard, which is where everything happens in WordPress. Is under the dashboard. It's where all the menus are that basically provide the tools for you to construct your website. And one of the first things you'll probably want to do is go ahead and just pick a theme. You can always change this theme at a later time, but I'm going to go ahead and just grab a theme, actually the same one that we're using for the class. And as you can see, there's a lot of templates in here, and you could spend a lot of time just trying to pick one out. So I'm just going to make it real easy in this tutorial. I'm just going to do a search here for Eventbrite, and by golly, there it is. And I'll just click on that and then activate it, and that will become the theme for this little tutorial. And again, it will mimic basically our website for the class. And you'll get this little pop-up here. Do you want to customize your site? No, because eventually they'll want to charge you for that. So we'll just go ahead and close that out for now, and we'll just check and make sure that theme has been activated. I'll just go back to Brady blog and see if it's there, and by golly, it is. So we've at least established a theme for the website. And don't worry so much about what's in the header. You can always go back in here and substitute your own graphics for this. So I'm not too worried about it right now. Again, you can go back and change the name of it, but you cannot change the URL unless you want to create a whole new blog site. So we've gotten this far, so let's move on to the next step, which would really be about doing something about the pages that are showing up here on your drop-down menu here at the top of your page. And some of these I'll probably want to take out. So in order to manage your pages, you just go up here again to Dashboard, and then scroll down to Pages. Makes sense to me. And so we'll go ahead and take a look at some of these, and I can edit each one. But right now I think I'm just going to go ahead and trash Events List. I really don't need that. So we'll take that one out, and Featured Events List, I'll do the same with that. I'll just go ahead and trash that. And that leaves me with 2 pages here, but I do want to add some new pages to kind of customize this for a new site. And what I did for our class site, I just made our first the one page called Top Stories. And I can put a little content in here right now. I'm not too worried about content just yet. I'm just showing you how to create these new pages and get rid of some other pages you may not want. So, but for now, I'll put in a little content because you can certainly put in text that is either just part of the content of the story, or it could be linkable to another page. So there's a lot of things you can do here with this. And what I'm going to construct with the Top Stories page is actually going to be my landing page, or the home page for the website. Or the front page, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be the page that is eventually going to be assigned to dwightbradyblog1.wordpress.com. So when I send people to that URL, this is actually going to be the page, and it's that is the first one to pop up. And so I want this to be the eye grabber, the things that has some graphic information on it, something that an image, a video, or something here on that first page. So for now, though, I'll go ahead and put in the name of our top story for today, which is a brush fire in Chocolate Township. I can even add another story over here too. NMU creates School of Clinical Sciences. All right, so I'll add some graphics in here later, some images, and again, all this can become clickable and with hyperlinks to other pages. But for now, let's just go ahead and publish this as is. And there we go. All right, so I can add another page here too as well, and I'll call that one Features. And I won't worry about content on the page just yet. We'll add that in later. I'll go ahead and publish that. So now when I go back to my blog site now, I should have two more pages showing up, and sure enough, there they are. Okay, and again, in the second tutorial, I'll show you how to create the hierarchies to kind of move these around, and also to kind of build these out with the drop down menus. And again, creating a page hierarchy is kind of important here when you're dealing with drop-down menus. But for now, just know that you've created some new pages here that can go up in this part of your web page. And the next thing I want to show you is how to make this one the landing page. And this is something that took me a while to figure out in WordPress, because it was not at all self-evident. So again, we'll go back to the dashboard, and I'll go down here to Settings, and it's actually underneath this subheading of Reading. I would have never guessed that that's where you would establish your static page, but that's where you do it. So front page displays, and you say, well, I want it to be a static page, not a blog page, which is kind of what this would be here if you selected that. So for my front page, I want to use Top Stories. So it's going to direct Top Stories to become the landing page for dwightbradyblog1.wordpress.com. All right, and don't select anything under post, because again, this is not a blog site. It is now essentially a web page. So I think we're done with that, and we'll go ahead and save changes. And when we go back to Brady Blog now, it should take me back to Top Stories, and by golly, there it is. So at this point, we have done quite a bit in a short period of time. We've got our URL, we've got our theme going, we've got some pages working here, we've established the page of choice as our landing page. So I think we're in pretty good shape here, and we'll pick the rest of this up in our next tutorial. Thanks.